Fanatics FC, Hetafe 1, Real Madrid 0.
My name is Alejandro Moreno.
With the strongest 11.
Carlos Selena.
Yeah.
He's a baller, though. I rate him.
Yo, today is
Rafa's gonna be tight.
Raffle week.
Ooh.
Y'all getting one of the shirts Kiko is wearing because he didn't want to wear it last episode because he didn't want to match us because he was a jelly boy.
Now you heard you heard me back. Yo, can I get one?
Can I get one? Now you good, bro.
You got one.
We had to raffle him one. But we still got 3 for you. It's used.
Yo, thanks for the entries. Fact, bro.
No, yo, appreciate everybody who commented. That's big love. Shout out to Purple XFC for the fire gear. BCast is the one at the wheel. But he ain't Ole. But
Tuco's soon not gonna be at the wheel.
Nah, we'll get him.
so we're gonna randomly select. There was a couple names that we had to skip, aka in Islam's mind. Get him out of here.
Tucci Alvarez, get him out of here.
Tucci, get him out of here.
Calidad.
He didn't even comment. He said calidad. Like, hey,
That was it. He didn't even tag it. He didn't even follow the rules.
He
Yo,
didn't
hold
follow
on.
the rules.
He didn't even tag nobody.
He was just saying.
Oh, he
Nah, he did
He
that.
tagged somebody, but he didn't say
He is a
that
big
reminded
fan.
him of what? Of Calidad.
No, shout out to Tucci Alvarez for being a big fan, but you're not being selected. It's all good.
Y'all ready?
Girl, stay ready.
Show the camera.
The winner is
I'll DM him on the spot.
Brandon.
Brandon won?
Brandon's the first winner, guys.
That's crazy.
Congratulations, Brandon.
I gotta show the camera. Congratulations, Rip Brandon Dino. I think that's his name.
Yeah. He plays
Check
with
your
us.
DM. Check your DM, bro.
This is not ringed. We know the person. Brandon, congratulations. You DM'd him?
I'll DM him.
No, I'm DMing right now.
Next winner.
Hold on. Let's DM Brandon first.
Majin. Hey.
Oh, Majin won?
Yeah, Majin won. Majin Buu. That's the second winner.
Hold on.
Clean.
Oof. This is getting hard looking for these comments.
There's mad people in that thing, bro.
All right. Last one.
In Islam's mind.
Islam's mind.
No, hold on.
Palacio.
John Palacios?
Hey, everybody got
Let's go. Congratulations to the winners.
Definitely congratulations to the winner, and we're looking for.
to 3.
Look out for the next giveaway.
Brandon, Majin,
And John.
Sorry, it's the Majin Buu was in my head when you said it.
Your Footy Fanatics
Here's my thing. I took psychology, and that's called deflection.
I'm not taking none of y'all serious. I'm not taking any of y'all serious.
Honestly, he's world class.
Dude, my guy is Dookie Sauce.
Your Footy Fanatics FC live from NYC. We are back. Big week. Got your boy D-Ships in the building. It's Enrique Alvarez and your man, that man right there, BCast.
What about that guy?
Because you stared at me, so like,
I've been right
give
about
me a little
fraudulent
brain
Lukaku for
Yeah.
2 years already.
he has been coming at your boy Lukaku.
Lukaku?
He has been, and I'm a big Lukaku fan, but you're kind of corny for that, bro. If you're watching this, if you ever do, you're kind of corny for that, bro. He whining, bro. He whining. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. You guys just saw our giveaway. Please, we reached out to y'all. Do not forget to respond back, because if not, I'm gonna find somebody else and I'm gonna send it to them. So it's clip for you. But yo, we had a pretty interesting week, I could say, football wise. It was pretty exciting. Nothing really crazy, but you know, obviously in the Prem we had, I think, 2 solid games.
Fire games.
Also, I could say a title decider. I won't say title decider, but en route. With a big jump right now, City over Chelsea with 10 points, even though Poole got a game in hand, but all the players are going to go to the AFCON. So, like, it's definitely going to be a big hit, you know? But let's get into the City game real quick, though. You know, let me just cover that before we get into the big topic of Chelsea and Liverpool.
Penalty or no penalty?
No penalty. No. Let's be fair, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. But then the first penalty against Odegaard is a penalty.
That's what I was going to say.
So, to be 100%. Reffing this weekend was off. No, the reffing was off. Did y'all watch the Tottenham Watford game? Silly calls, bro. Terrible. Why didn't Rodri get a red card?
He should have got a red after he took his shirt off, right?
Right? Don't you get
That
a
was
yellow for
second
taking
yellow.
a yellow card, and then he got a yellow when he had the crazy tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have actually got
Technically,
a red
yeah.
card. Yeah, that's
Mind you, he celebrated in front of the Arsenal fans.
Loved
that was
it.
a great celebration.
Loved
And
it.
did he push one or not? He like faked.
He
was
faked,
like-
he faked, but that's a red though. Like you said, like
That's a red.
second yellow.
It's a sus.
Didn't
Nobody
didn't
caught on.
You're getting a whole bunch of games because he slid.
Yeah.
He slid on his knees in front of the
His
Arsenal
own
fans.
Yeah.
But is there a rule where you could take your shirt off now and it's cool? I don't know.
Nah. It's not a rule. That's
Nah.
that's yellow. Nah, you're right.
It's
That's
bad
the second
referee.
yellow.
It's bad
It was
referee.
also
It's
the last
bad
minute of the game. Like
Yeah, but still it's a yellow. You got to follow
Mind you,
conduct.
yeah, and then Rodri isn't available for whoever they play next.
Exactly. It would have been nice. Would have been nice. Some fans in here would have not liked that. We know who, but it would have been nice.
I think we got to give a lot of merit to Arsenal, bro.
Honestly,
They've been balling,
you know what?
and they. I'm scared to say it, but they kind of outballed Man City.
They did. You're
they
not
de-
lying.
the
They
first
did.
half
Look,
smoked them.
I would. Yeah. Nah. I
It's
think
up
they
until the red
smoked
card
them.
point. It's up until the
Even though
penalty.
The red card was harsh.
The penalty, but it
Nah,
was
but
up.
that
until-
was a red card.
Up
too.
until the red card, it was definitely because like if Gabriel was in there, it would have been being a man on, it would have been different. Because obviously they had the chance right away with Martinelli that he could have finished also the game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in the respect I gotta give Arsenal is they were being clowned all season. They were being clowned last season. Right now, it's kind of a team you could look at to respect. Like, oh snap, now Arsenal ball. Like they're going somewhere. The signings that Arteta made all been on point. Tomiyasu, Ben White had a wonderful game. The little boys are knocking it. Like,
Odegaard.
who was it that came out and said, like, look at Saka. No, you don't see like highlights in his hairs and flexing this. Just a young boy loving what he do. And that's what I truly miss when it comes to old ball. When I'm hearing the Lukaku talk, right? And then back in the day, it was just about like, yo, let's go knock it. Like, we just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
That's why I truly love Saka. It just reminds me of that. He's just like a little kid living a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
all these
humble.
legends. Yeah, it's just
Humble.
he's in there for the ball. Smith Rowe in there for the ball. Martinelli, they're in there the ball. So shout out Hale Academy.
You know what's crazy with Arsenal? Like, beginning of the season, everyone was coming at Arteta. Oh, he's going to get the sack, the 5-0 at City, got smoked by Chelsea. I think they lost the first game against
They lost to
Brentford.
Brentford.
But when it comes to their 11, now that they got a settled 11, I think that's the biggest thing that they got going their way. Where you just know, mind you, I think if a few pieces go down, like who do they have going to AFCON? Partey? It's a big piece.
Big piece.
So that month, we'll see if they can keep that form and consistency going.
that whole position because they're
Yeah,
losing.
Yeah.
Pepe's going as well.
But you see him, he's washed. I mean, he's not washed. No, I'm not.
It's losing.
He's
Still
not playing.
depth, you
But you're
He's a
losing your
player.
backup,
He's
yeah,
in the
because you're
backup
losing
winger.
your backup CDM, which is Mohamed Anini to Egypt. And now you're gonna probably play with Xhaka and what's the kid's name?
Lokonga.
Where we don't know how that's gonna go, but we know Partey. He hasn't been performing pre this run of form they've had. But when he plays like how he played against City, bro, that's top level center midfield play. So
to think Atleti had Partey and Rodri in the same midfield.
But you know what? I'm not gonna go too ahead of myself because I still look at. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm kind of shred him. But this is the same Partey that Rodri had him playing right back. They had Partey playing right back for Rodri to play center midfield.
But you don't
listen. He's a top player. Like I'm still gotta shred him. I gotta get my shred at Arsenal. But once they have a settled 11 of the system, especially of how they want to play, they do look good.
But to be fair, I think that's less of a knock on Partey and more of like Rodri's just different. Rodri's
Okay,
just
it could be
different.
that way. It could be like that. It could
Because
be
I
like
remember
that.
Rodri at Villarreal too, and he was like, you kind
Rodri
of
was at
look.
Villarreal? I didn't know.
Rodri was at Villarreal. He came from Atleti, then went to Villarreal, then went back, and there were people that already were like, "Yo, this might be the next."
Y'all see them finishing top 4 though? this
Arsenal?
season?
They could.
You think so?
You know what's funny? I think Jack Wilshere said he was like, "Yo, if
Over
they
United?
if they get the signings right, I mean, this season
Over
it's
Chelsea.
top 4, but if they get the signings right, they might a few seasons from now we might be talking about genuine title contenders. If they get, because we're about to talk about it too with the whole transfer window ins and outs, but they can get recruitment right. They got it.
I think Arsenal and Barca have the best youth players right now because Martinelli, Smith, Tierney played amazing.
Chelsea got a case too, though.
Chelsea got a kid.
But like
That
that
Reece
kid
James.
that
Bro,
played at the Carabao Cup.
but the thing with I see what
But
you're
the
saying
team- but-
in the team, but
and
all
within
over
the team
it's
that they're
Chelsea.
starting.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but
They're starters.
Chelsea.
Arsenal's depending on their youth. Like they're dependent on their youth.
No,
and
agreed.
so's Barca. That's why I mentioned.
But
those
I mean,
two.
let's Chelsea the Coburn boy versus the Hale End. Chelsea today,
Chelsea
you had Reece James. I mean, if Reece James did
You
start,
got-
but your Chalobah, Reece James, who's been starting.
Mount.
Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount.
Mount's been.
He has been horrible.
We got
but
names.
I'm saying
We got names all over, but dependency.
Conor Gallagher though at Palace.
Yeah, but they don't.
But we had that discussion before. Do you blame them if a bid for 25 mil comes in for Conor Gallagher? He's gone.
You got Tomori over in Milan. You got Tammy over in.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't know how realistic Chelsea's going to be with building with those academy players. Arsenal has shown it's the spine now.
Yeah.
But for Chelsea, other than Mount and Reece James,
it's a business.
And mind you, with all due respect, Chalobah's playing, but he wouldn't be there if Kwande got over the line. If they got Jules Kwande, Chalobah would probably be at Palace right now. Yeah. Or he was linked with Valencia.
So that's why I go to Brian's point in terms of the dependency in the 11 right now. Bro, without Smith Rowe and Saka, bro, they'd be terrible.
Martinelli, we gotta pick up. I'm scared to, but I'm really, 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 really liking Gabby, bro. He's nasty.
Both for me, I like Gabriel and Martinelli.
That's what I'm saying. Players. No, Martinelli, bro, he's balling out right now. There's that one move he does a cut in and cut back out, and just who did he lose? Oh, he lost Jaú. He lost Jaú just with the cut in and cut back out. Bro, that's classy shit.
With Martinelli, it's weird because remember when he first burst onto the scene, people were saying Wonder Boy, this and that. So they were putting him in the Greenwood, Foden, and he kind of fell off a little.
He got hurt.
He got hurt. So now I'm wondering, is he back in that conversation with Foden?
Nah, he always was. He just tore ACL or was.
But listen, football moves quick, bro. Out of sight, out of mind. People are like, all right, he's washed. Now it's like, are we gonna put him back in the conversation?
Nah, he's definitely up
talent wise. You think talent wise?
Off a winger. The one thing I need to see him improve is his finishing, because he has everything else. He has the tangible. He has the speed. He even has like some charisma with him. Like when you watch him play, you like. He's contagious.
Him. No, you like him. Yeah, you like him.
I like he's got personality.
Yeah, you like him.
I like how
he's
he plays.
Brazilian. That's the
Brazilian. You know who
he tried out at Manchester.
You know what? He's not even like Brazilian in a way where he does like 5-6 step over.
No, that's the thing.
He's direct.
He's direct. Yeah, that's
runs
that's
in
one
behind.
Thing.
He don't come to feet. Yeah, he's making a run in behind you. Making like for defenders, they do not want to play against him because he's constantly in behind you, making runs, going for goal direct, but. He's not like Neymar and all that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's not on the Jogo Bonito time. No, even though he does have a touch and a little flair to him, but he's not on that Jogo Bonito swag. Yeah. Like he's that him and compare him to Vinicius.
Totally different.
Even though they have same characteristics.
Mm-hmm. The way they play.
Vinny's different though.
We got.
I mean, Vinny's different since September. So let's not give him his flowers yet.
We gotta definitely also like big up Man City though. Also, even though a terrible
champion. That's a
terrible game. Yeah, like terrible game, but they still made sure to finish the game.
It's crazy. What's the name? Jamie Carragher said today. Liverpool in 17 games they've had the lead. They've only won 12 of them. City have won all of them. So it's like they're finding ways to win these kind of games. They don't play. They were.
It's the DNA Pep is installing.
Oh, it's something. It's something.
You know what's funny? But
it's something.
Does the
I don't know
coach, what it is. Is the coach really responsible for the players holding on to a lead?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, because that's what I'm thinking. Because how many times have you seen a coach, you'll be up 1-0, coach put on defender, and sometimes they'll lose it. They lose the plot.
It's the mindset.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking at City, do they have a locker room now of players where it's like, it's the 80th minute, it's up 1-0, it's getting cagey, and then just cool, calm, and collective. Because, some players in that City locker room that come to mind, Gundogan, right? I think guys like Laporte, and Stones, Rodri, like I think when it kind of it starts getting hot, they're starting to really thrive under pressure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I don't know if that's necessarily just Pep. I think that's the players now being like, "Yo, we're in it for the big trophies. Yeah. We have the confidence. We have the squad.
To do
now
it.
Just execute."
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because with the Prem, tell me now, when y'all watch Prem games and let's say it's 1-0, 1-1, 2-1. When it gets to 85th minute, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
With the premise, always weird. Like, the way the commentators speak about the game. Oh, there's one more chance in this game. City's the only team probably in the world, if they're up 2-1, I think they're fine. If they're up 1-0, they're not going to lose.
It's like Fergie United.
Yeah, they're not going to lose. They're going to game manage.
They were going to score.
This weekend that happened. I think there was 3 games that they all scored in 90-plus minutes. Man City had it with Tottenham. Shout out to Sanchez. Yeah, I used to roast him, right?
Yeah. Come on, he scored 1 goal, bro.
one important goal. They're, right with that dub, they're in sight for 3rd place right now.
Bro, He scored 1 goal, bro.
But
Let's not forget the Gundogan.
But Maguire can't score goals.
Let's not forget
But Maguire can't score that 1 goal.
Let's not forget the Gundogan.
Can Maguire not score that 1 goal?
Let's not forget the Gundogan. Run that back, Islam. If you're editing, run this back on the screen. Mommy, I found the body. Son literally fell like this. Let's not forget the Gundogan.
Dude, but this is crazy. So what? This would be Pep's 4th Premier League?
18, 19, 3rd. No, 4th. You're right. 17, 18.
In a matter of what? How many years? 6 years?
This is his 6th year. They signed him in
his 6th
2016. 2016, he got the job.
Damn.
4 leagues in 16.
My son really dominating, bro.
Only 2 teams have won during that span. That's the
Leicester and Chelsea.
No, he wasn't there. Leicester.
Liverpool,
and Chelsea.
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Just respectable too, though.
Yeah,
bro.
Liverpool, you gotta respect what Liverpool did those years that they lost, though.
No, there was 1 year where they finished like 6th under Klopp the first year.
But that's their first.
In the second year, they finished also like 4th, and they They Europa League lost the final.
But
and
then they started turning up.
You know what's funny
after
too?
Van Dijk,
and it leads into the perfect quote that Thomas Tuchel said, "We're years behind the Man City project." And this is a 6-year project that I personally, assuming they win this league, 4 Prems in 6 seasons. When have you seen anything like that?
the only time is these guys.
In the Prem, yeah.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
But that happens in all
late
leagues,
2000s.
though. That happens in so many other leagues, though.
But it's the
We saw
Prem.
Barca do it. We seen PSG, Juve.
No, but there's some difference. There's some different about owning this league, though.
This is the most competitive league for sure.
Like when Bayern runs Germany, Juve Italy, PSG France. It's okay, but this with United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs.
That's the thing. When you guys did it, like Pep is turning this league into that. He's turning the Premier League into the Bundesliga. I think you've seen it on Instagram. They turn it into Bundesliga, turning it into France, where, yeah, they won 3 out of 4, right? I think between 06 and like 2010, you guys won like 4 Premier Leagues, but it was still like a 3-point difference. It was a title race. Bro, it's January's 10 points. And it's like, yeah, if let's say Chelsea Liverpool won today, let's say Chelsea won today, I still wasn't confident it was a race because City are still gonna go on their run, and us or Liverpool are still gonna stutter somewhere.
I hate when we say City. It's Pep.
It's not Pep.
It's Pep, bro. It's Pep.
This in the 4 and 6 is Pep.
It's Pep, bro.
Because this is something.
Once that dude leaves, bro, you're gonna see the fall of that club.
I'm
not gonna say fall of that club because that club has money.
Fall of that club, bro.
But
You're not gonna see this level.
You're gonna be on the United type of time, looking for that perfect coach to create that perfect DNA mentality in your mind. You're not gonna find the next replacement is gonna be who? Arteta?
City. It could be.
No,
Brendan Rodgers.
City. That's one thing I was thinking about. I actually commented on one of our posts. I don't think there's no elite coaches anymore. Including Pep and Klopp.
What do you mean by elite?
Are we really gonna entertain that?
But what is your definition of elite coach?
Like, okay, so for me, I've always said, in order for you to be elite, you have to win everything. In order for you to be,
Yeah, but now we're talking coach.
yeah, exactly. Your team has to win everything.
Okay.
And Pep hasn't won a Champions League in I don't know how long, maybe since high school.
2011.
Club won once. You know what I'm saying? If my where I'm coming from is if you're in a situation, you're in a Tottenham situation, you're in a Manchester United team, who do you go out there to get? And there's only like 2-3 names that are like put up in the pedestal. But besides that, there's nobody else.
That's what I tried to say last episode.
So even those 2 people that you have on the pedestal, they're not that great.
But what's his name is a elite coach, Pep.
But what?
Because that's a coach any club would love to have.
I guess.
Same thing with Jurgen.
He wins by default. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. Same
he
thing.
He wins by default. Pep is put on the pedestal because there's no one else around him.
Jurgen Klopp. Let's be honest.
Club's not. If you look at Klopp's
I feel
record,
like if Klopp was ever given,
statistically.
hear me out. If Klopp was ever given the same opportunities as Pep was given to spend, I feel like Klopp would have had more success.
But I also don't think that's Klopp's ideology, though.
But
I think Pep spends. I don't think Klopp.
Yeah, because Klopp never lands himself in a situation with a club that has money to spend like that. So maybe you're right. That's just how he likes his stuff done.
But he does land on historical teams, and he does land teams that have a Lewandowski, a Reese.
Oh, but he made those guys. He made Lewandowski.
He made Lewandowski.
So Bayern Munich right now,
No, Bayern Munich is thriving because of what Lewandowski.
Bro, matter of fact, look at his Liverpool team now. He made Salah. Salah wasn't.
Stop.
Bro, he was at Rome.
Mourinho made Salah.
Was not Salah.
Mourinho technically was the first to really give Salah the flowers. He was just he was on an unstoppable.
He could have ended Salah. Mourinho was about to end Salah.
No, he went to Fiorentina, did his gig also with
what
Roma.
Is gig?
What is gig?
Yeah,
numbers.
Like, he was Salah.
He went there, put numbers. He made a name for himself. People wanted it. It wasn't only Liverpool who was trying to snatch Salah.
But what was the narrative of Salah before he came back to Liverpool? Chelsea flop. He was a Chelsea flop.
35 mil.
You sure? Van Dijk. He was 75 mil for Van Dijk. That's a great price now. Mane, good Premier League player. Bro, that's the thing with Klopp. He is elite because of the legacy he left behind in terms of the players who are there now. I mean, the only one I think he had a failure with is probably like Götze. But that's not
even. I disagree. I think Götze was better under him.
Gundogan. Who was Gundogan before Klopp?
Marco Rose.
Come on, bro. Nah.
Mats Hummels, Bayern reject.
But that's the thing. Who do you define as elite if they're not elite? If Pep and Klopp aren't elite?
For me, there's three right now. It's Pep, Klopp, Thomas Tuchel. Tuchel for me, after what he did today,
it's under them.
Easily.
But what's Tuchel won?
Champions League.
All right, but
I'm not going to go.
We all rate that was like a very lucky. Come on, it was a lucky.
I mean, he's right. Di Matteo won a champion.
Yeah, but
and an FA Cup.
If you look at, I just think they win by default, not by merit. But Pep maybe by merit, but club. But I'm talking more in club and everybody. They don't win it by merit. They just win it by default. Look at Ancelotti. Why does he ever get talked about like that? He's won everything.
But my thing with Ancelotti, if we want to talk stacked squads, he's had stacked squads his entire career.
But there's so many coaches had stacked squads and they don't go through with it.
But it's like with Pep.
Pep had a World Cup champion team at Bayern Munich. Talking about squads, talking about stacked squad. Pep has stacked squad and he hasn't won the Champions League. Well, that's kind of hinting towards what I'm saying.
You know what it is?
You're supposed to do it with the stacked squads, and if you don't do it, then you're a fraud, right?
Nah,
so then Pep did it. Pep hasn't won. Pep hasn't been the first time he's been to a Champions League final in 10 years.
No, I see where you're coming from. I'm not stamping my name on that. So if people that are watching this is Brian's opinion. Like for me, Pep Guardiola for me. No, because I'll be honest. Like, and I said this is a guy that hated Pep when he was at Barcelona. I've never seen anything like this. This is like Phil Jackson we're watching. He's a genius. Like,
but Phil Jackson won.
But 4 and 6.
But Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal.
But everywhere he's gone, they won championships
with Scottie Pippen.
Not the Knicks.
But you get my point.
Love my team.
And then what's the narrative when it's 5 next season? If it's 5 of 7,
he's great. But win a Champions League. That's all. Win a Champions League without Messi on your team.
I think this year it might be the year, bro.
We said this last year.
No, I think this is.
We said the year before that. This is their team.
And that's what I'm saying.
Nah, the year against Lyon, that was a
because,
shot.
For example, like, and me and you spoke about it because we're going to talk about it with the Romelu Lukaku with Thomas Tuchel. Him not even putting him on the bench, and for them to get the result they got, I texted you and was like, win or lose, that was a boss move. How many other managers would have caved into Lukaku? What? And would have been like, he's 150 mil. He's the star recruiter.
Yeah, this is what you were. But I feel like this is what Chelsea was missing in today's game. That number 9.
What? Today
I thought they played
proved,
well. They played well.
Today proved what me and Shippy's been saying for weeks.
Don't need it.
That with that front three, they're way more fluid. Either of them could get it out.
Hear me out. You bought Timo for that finishing touch. That didn't work. Now you bought Lukaku. Spent a lot of bread for that finishing touch. You got to understand. Now, I don't want to hear the no striker talk, but if there's one club that's not doing a no striker, it is Chelsea. But there was opportunities that if you had a solid number 9 like Drogba or the solid number 9 like Costa, that game would have been dead 3-2. There was twice Pulisic fumbled the bag. It's a winger thing. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, but if you had that one clinical player, like plays back to the goal, knows just to turn, shoot, I'm going to finish it in this angle. Like, that's it. It's done.
I'll tell you this, though. If Lukaku was playing in that game, that Christian goal wouldn't have happened. Because that space for Christian to get behind the defender wouldn't be there.
Or the goal.
That's my whole point is that these three, Havertz, I've been saying Havertz, Mount, and Christian, all three of them are so fluid. They're rotating all game. That's a defender's nightmare. I'd rather have somebody stand in front of me and try to post me all game than someone that has to chase around all day. That's what I'm saying. With Chelsea, they look more fluid.
Maybe that's why he came up and said the system is not working.
No, and he is right, though. But you don't go out there and say that publicly, bro. Like you don't talk about your team like that. Yeah. That's dumb. That is the dumbest. That is. Where's his representative at that moment? And where's the interview?
Mind you, they said he set that up on his own. His agents didn't even know about that.
5 weeks ago, this interview.
And it's crazy. It goes into Brian's point where it was during the point where Chelsea were smashed up Norwich 7-0. He was injured, by the way, which is fine. He was hurt. You're out the team. Smashed up Norwich 7-0. Smashed Newcastle. Coming into the game with you. Smashed Leicester 3-0 with that front three. Fluid. Coming into the game with you guys, he came back to fitness. And he just wasn't playing because the team was doing well. So I can understand why he said it at the time, not publicly, but I can understand why he felt that way at the time.
He could feel that way.
You could feel that way. So it's like, bro, you spent $100 million on me, like,
and I'm on the bench.
I'm on the bench. I'm fit. Like, what's going on? But the team, bro, we're bagging goal. We're looking good. I'm like, I'm loving the way Chelsea look.
And I even told you this too. I think he also needs to get out of his head. When you look at his entire career, when he first signed for Chelsea, didn't really get a chance. Right? Goes to West Brom on loan, does well. Goes to Everton, does well. It really doesn't do much at United. And then Inter Milan becomes a star. And I think Inter Milan, his ego got inflated. And then he comes to the Premier League.
Gets humbled again.
Because I told you, this is the European champions. And he's coming into a club where, and he might see it too. He might see Mo Salah at Liverpool, Cristiano Ronaldo at United, and Harry Kane, and think to themselves, they fit their style for them, right? Liverpool plays for Mo Salah. Ronaldo, you have to fit him in because he's Ronaldo. Well, Lukaku, I praise the player, I like the player, but what have you done for you to be the centerpiece of a unit that has won major prizes?
But that's where Tuchel comes in.
That's true. And that's why Tuchel's experience at PSG it's kind of got Lukaku now kind of being like, damn, what's going on? Because he had Neymar and Mbappe. Those guys are, come on, we're not even going to compare them to Lukaku. And he had to manage those two. So Lukaku to him is small fry in terms of man management. Dude, you're just, all right, you want to be mad at me? Be mad at me. But I had Neymar and I had Mbappe, and they had to figure it out.
And I was getting tight because I saw people on Instagram, Twitter, all that, saying stuff like Tuchel, he needs to play. I'm like, bro, I had this conversation with you so many times. Chelsea have to be careful that, if you're picking between Lukaku and Tuchel, there's only one you need to build the team around for the next 10 years. Forget this Lukaku thing. One, he's 28. Yes, he was built to win now. But if you want to win something for the next 5-6 years like Liverpool and City have, you need to keep this guy Tuchel. We could go on a run. I don't care, God forbid, if we finish fucking 6th. Keep Tuchel because who's out there that you going to get? Who?
Everybody's going to
fuck.
Yeah.
Poch?
And that was the part I was trying to tell you with this whole elite talk.
If
those three aren't elite to you, bro,
Pochettino. Not elite. They're the best of the crop.
Ten Hag, Pochettino, none of these guys, Jesse Marsh, Brendan Rodgers.
Allegri, so
I would say Nagelsmann pushing that.
That's kind of towards my argument, though, is the fact that all these guys are such like,
average.
That Tuchel becomes a cornerstone of Chelsea's project.
Bro, 2 years back-to-back Champions League finals.
Done?
2 years back-to-back Champions League finals.
What Tuchel really honestly what?
No, listen.
He took a super nasty team to the final and then choked. And then he took Chelsea to the final. Good run.
They lost to Bayern Munich. I wouldn't say it's a choke.
He didn't choke. He actually. I feel like
you see the game.
They OD'd the whole game.
They OD'd on him. They had chances to score.
Come on, Choupo-Moting. Come on.
Neuer with the double save between Neymar when the ball went between his legs.
No, he's not. Listen, he hasn't done
much.
anything crazy.
Yo, he had a broken leg.
That's my point. He's done something. He's done something respectable. But the way look how my man was just talking about.
But it's just compared to what else is out there.
Bro,
that's my point.
And before the injuries, what record were they? Before the injuries, what record were they on pace for?
Who, Chelsea?
The defensive record. That if it wasn't for COVID and injuries, they were on good pace, and then it just complete. So Tuchel comes in, and to his point, if Abramovich is like, you know what, this is the guy, because Abramovich doesn't really believe in projects. I mean, Mourinho hasn't been there longer than 2.5, 3 years. If he believes in Tuchel, you got to do it, because the other two teams that are running the league have had their same coaches for more than 5 years. Dude, that's the model you got to do it with. Because as soon as you sack this dude,
you want to get Brendan Rodgers?
What are you that's just to compete with Pep? And mind you, he's already shown at a club like Chelsea where the inmates run the asylum. Let me not say that because Chelsea had some strong character coaches, but look at PSG. Anybody that actually believes Pochettino's running the club, come on, son. It's the players.
Man said the inmates run the asylum.
It's true. When Neymar wants to go to Carnival, when Neymar wants to go to Carnival, Pochettino's got to figure it out. When Neymar wants to go celebrate his birthday in Brazil every February,
Messi got COVID now.
He's got to figure that out. Messi's got COVID. When Messi wants to go do whatever. But Tuchel's shown he can manage players. And at a club like Chelsea, he knows how to develop talent. Best defensive record in the league before everything went to shit.
Because if we're being honest too, if you just to finish off the Chelsea, we talk about Liverpool, give Liverpool some airtime. But these are not his players too. The team that played today is the same team.
That's the Lampard 11.
It's the same Lampard 11. If you really want to go through the front three, Pulisic. Listen, I'm American. He ain't done squat since Project Restart. He hasn't done anything.
He balled today, though.
He balled today. But in terms of his Chelsea career,
the
only thing you can remember is Project Restart.
He was supposed to replace Hazard.
He's supposed to replace Hazard.
He's being linked with moves.
Timo Werner, I don't need to say nothing about that. Kai Havertz has only done, I hate when you say it, he's only done one thing in his Chelsea career. Mason Mount is honestly the only one who's held down the attacking front line, whatever you want to call it. So
should have been off today, too.
Nah, that was the thing that was a red?
No, I mean off. Like, they should have
First half, he was terrible.
Yeah, but that's why. Just give Tuchel his own players, and we will really see him become an elite coach. Give him his own players. Spend some money on his own players. You give him one, and look what he does. The 100 million signing.
Dude, and he's got 3 center backs right now that their heads are being turned right now. Aspilicueta, Christensen, and Rudiger don't know where they're playing next season. You know, we're humans. At the end of the day, they're thinking, where am I going to get the bag? And Tuchel's supposed to still motivate those guys to play?
And he still is. That thing they
and they're professionals.
At what point are we gonna get off the Tuchel? Like, what has to happen for us to get off the Tuchel train?
Prem.
No, not me.
To get off.
To get off of it.
It's got to be a crazy downslide.
Bro, if they finish fourth, if they finish fourth or fifth.
I mean, last season they almost not even finished fourth. They got so lucky.
And what if they finish fifth?
The squad. If that was to happen, then
if that was to happen, you're off the Tuchel train.
Nah,
because that's right there.
Yeah. But I will say this.
They're pretty much there right now.
I will say this though. Hold on.
At all the points of all the teams that haven't played yet, they're
hold on, because
fighting for fifth place right now.
But I will say this: if Tuchel finishes fifth, and we're all off the train, then there are other coaches out there, Pochettino, Conte, where they don't even have a train. They got a little tricycle.
What about
because Tuchel for me solidified with those back-to-back Champions League final appearances. For me, solidified.
That's
back-to-back. And this Chelsea team is not that good, bro. They're not that good.
Player-wise,
Rudiger getting the bag.
Player-wise, they have a squaddy. Per name, they have squad.
Rudiger's nasty.
He don't rate Rudiger.
I don't rate Rudiger. I don't want him at Madrid at all. But Conte, Jorginho just won a Ballon d'Or.
Bro, you know what's Jorginho?
He almost won a Ballon d'Or. He almost won a Ballon d'Or. Conte,
because of who? Because of who?
And then you have Mason Mount, the golden boy.
Wait.
Havertz. You have Lukaku.
No. Who?
You have James. Like, come on, that's a squaddy.
But you brought up
names.
Some
respect on those names, though.
All the names: Rudiger, Christensen, Jorginho. Who were they before Tuchel came in? Jorginho needs to get on his knee, pray to Tuchel. That's what I meant.
He wasn't even getting into the Lampard
squad.
Pray
to Tuchel that he even has relevancy. You can't get no Ballon d'Or top 3 without Tuchel. What? Jorginho?
Bro, if Rudiger gets the bag,
Jorginho,
Tuchel
if he's getting 400K a week, he needs to give Tuchel 100K out that 400K. Rudiger was a nobody before Tuchel.
Facts.
We're not gonna lie. Christensen was a nobody before Tuchel, bro.
He gave him his debut.
We was ready to sell half of them before
Marcus Alonso was dead.
Bro,
he really resurrected my son's
Marcos Alonso slow. That's what they call him. Marcos Alonso slow.
Marcos Alonso.
That's what they call him, bro.
They resurrected man's career.
They need to be careful, dude. Listen, if we finish fifth, like you said, I'm gonna look at him sideways. But I'm just gonna remember Brendan Rodgers out there. Keep him.
I just don't want Chelsea fans to fall in love with just one winner, and then that one winner put him up on a pedestal, and then not, but really have no.
It's not like back in the day we could sack Jose and go for Goose hitting.
But that's what I'm at.
Goose is in retirement.
But that's the question I actually want to ask you because you're the Chelsea fan. Chelsea will always win Prems because of the owner and because of the backing. But for you, when you look at Man City and Liverpool and their owners and their board are like, nah, we looking long term. We want 10-year projects. Nah, is that not something? That way. But would you ideally want Tuchel 5, 6, 7 years at the club?
If it works, because I'm like you said, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I know what I'm used to. I'm only saying keep him because I know what's out there. But like, let's say we had Brendan Rodgers and we're doing this well. If it was to go bad, I'd be like, go get Tuchel. I just know what's out. It's not the long-term thing because, bro, football moves quick. Like, in 3 weeks, we could be top of the league. In 3 weeks after that, we could be 6. I just know that what's out there isn't better than what we have now. So don't let the slide affect what could be long-term to us next season winning a trophy. But, listen, keep Tuchel. That's all I'm saying. Because, listen, they kept Ole for too long. That's the problem with you guys. They kept Ole for too long, and now you don't have what you should have in Conte.
Because you look at, because we're gonna talk about like another. When you look at the other German at Liverpool,
elite,
and see what he's done,
elite.
Like people forget, bro. Look at his career. Mainz, Dortmund, Liverpool.
We left Ole for a better coach.
I don't know.
Rangnick?
The Germans are sus this year. I'm going to let y'all know the Germans are... We put the Germans up in a pedestal.
No, 6 games.
They're all sus this year, bro.
No, but he looks good.
Club, sus this year.
You got to understand.
Tuchel, sus. Sus.
Nagelsmann, sus.
Nagelsmann?
He got battered in some games. He got battered in some games, bro.
I'm a Nagelsmann fan. I want him at Madrid. I'm going to be honest with you.
They really like him, too. I'm not going to lie.
Just bring back Hansi Flick.
I rate Hansi too,
of course. But
bring back Yogi.
With Liverpool, I wouldn't say they're sus. I just feel like you got to understand, bro. There were some games that they deserved to win. Obviously, there was some out of the stretch they had, and there were some other games where, like, damn, they did get lucky. But what City's doing is just straight. I wouldn't want to say fluke, but it's just a job of we got to get the game done.
Consistent.
Exactly. It's just got to get the game done. You got to kill the game. But every team is based off of form, right? So it's about catching that form and that run of form and stay consistent. Arsenal's getting a whiff of that. Mm-hmm. Chelsea had the whiff of that at the beginning of the season. Liverpool had that one season where they just ran with it. Same thing when City had the Centurions. But the problem is, out of all those teams I've mentioned, they're used to dropping, right? Except City. City had that form last season, bro. Came in mid-year, damn, they was in 3rd or 4th. All of a sudden, they just battered the league. Right. It's the same type of time. But it's all about catching the proper form and just letting that run go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what City does. City just kills the game. Yeah. So you can't say Liverpool's been sus. Because let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Liverpool only lost 2 games this whole season against Chelsea.
Super mode dependent. We're about to see what happens. Yeah. We had an argument the other day, a couple weeks ago, about is it a good thing that Chelsea has 17 different goal scorers? And then we turned the page and like Liverpool got literally only like 4 goal scorers. They literally have Jota and Mane. Jota and Salah. Mane had first goal he scored in 10 games.
He's leaving too, though.
So that's what I'm saying. What's going to happen now?
Where else are they going to
I feel like, but you'll see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I feel like if Pep had that Liverpool team, he's not going to do what Liverpool's been doing.
But you saw Pep's reaction after they tied on the 1-1? Did you see his reaction? Like, no reaction.
Oh, he was tight.
No reaction. He was just there sitting the whole time. Next goal. The next goal we scored, then he started getting lit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Pep just walked in.
Nah, but you know what's funny too, because we're gonna talk about it too with the transfer window here now. So a club like Liverpool, who's gonna lose a lot of players to African Cup of Nations, right? Is there any with the gap, right? So with City and Chelsea, it's 10. With Liverpool, currently it's 11. Mm-hmm. Is there any players that any of the top 4 clubs could bring in that you think could kind of sway?
Transfer talks.
Damn.
Or like a missing key for a team. Yo, I low key feel like a classy midfielder for Tottenham will put them top 3.
Well, they like Keshe, but I think they're
like a box.
I feel like
a box to box,
like a Bruno. Like imagine Bruno at Tottenham.
Thank you for that. Bruno's out the door. Bruno's gone after Man U.
I think Bruno's cooked that.
He's cooked that Man U.
I think he's cooked.
Y'all heard it first. Bruno cooked that Man U. Now where's he gonna go?
Why is that so random?
I think he's cooked.
He's cooked there.
The way United play, the way his new formation,
the way and everything.
Yeah.
The man out is Bruno.
There's no positionalist thing.
No place for him on that team no more.
And why you say that?
Because they're not Bruno dependent no more. They got Jordan Sancho.
They don't because they don't play. They don't.
Jaden.
They don't play because Ragnick. They don't play. They don't play Triquist. Like there's no 10.
You know what I realized?
And Bruno
he
only
did
plays 10.
last game. He did drop Bruno from the squad. I don't know some.
People says rotation, but I think he's looking out for that.
But Greenwood and Jaden had a free role. I don't know if you've seen that, both of them with the switching.
But they could drop back though.
Yeah,
Bruno doesn't.
He played a 4-4-2.
Yeah,
with Cavani, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Sancho, McTominay, and Matic.
Yeah,
so random.
Yeah,
and then he played
4-2.
I like McTominay's getting good. McTominay's getting
2-2. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Bruno's
on
out
your
of
bench with Van de Beek, Lingard.
Yeah, I heard it first here. Footy Fanatics. That hurts me, but Bruno's out of Bruno's gone from Man U after next season.
So what